Monty, I spoke with the University of Nebraska Medical Center, and they say that there was no negligence here. It was simply a mistake. But PETA says that mistakes like these cannot happen. That's right, guys. Even if you don't see the down power line, the danger could still be all around. It could be in a fence, it could be in your gutters, or it could even be right underneath your feet. That's right, Gia. Less than a week after a standoff here in North Omaha, one man is dead and another is in critical condition. Police have confirmed the names of those two men involved, Michael Strike and Adam Nathan. Now, OPD tells me that both men were taken to Nebraska Medical Center and Strike died there from his injuries. Poisons don't always look like this anymore. Sometimes they can look like this. That's why the Nebraska Regional Poison Center says keep your stuff up and always know what you're taking. Dr. Bradfield did tell me that it took researchers nearly 5 months to find the mix-up, but once they did, they immediately stopped the study and turned themselves in. He also tells me that the 5 remaining monkeys are alive and doing just fine. Reporting in Midtown Omaha, Caitlin Rivas, Fox 42 News.
Oh. Here we go. Most people think you need to have, a noose or something to hold them in place, but really, they do very well just sitting there on their own.
Ginny has been grooming cats and dogs for years, but decided cats were her forte. So she opened up the first cat-only grooming salon and cat hotel in Omaha.
I just try and kind of hold them with one hand. I think just putting my hand on them is kind of helps them relax.
And she knows all the tips and tricks.
I do try and move around. I can keep them moving so that way they're not in the same position for too long.
Ginny has seen all shapes and sizes and cuts, but her favorite is a classic.
My favorite would be the lion cut.
And after the cut is the wash.
Oh, I try and be fast. Try and be quick, huh? Kitty burrito.
Once a cat has been groomed and bathed, they get to dry.
Oh, it'll fall.
It's amazing, it's very humbling that you get a second chance in life.
A second chance for Micah and his family in the form of 4 brick walls.
Before I left prison, I had to dream of this is what I'm going to do, and I followed that dream all the way through.
Micah says he was able to get his life back on track because of who he allowed in it.
It takes a certain person to give that type of individual a chance, and I surrounded myself by them type of people when I got out of the penitentiary.
He says being able to see his son every day and own something that's all his has truly been the best feeling.
It's super humbling, and when you wake up every day, you just give thanks to the people that deserve it. Our Creator, just to be able to see my family's faces when I wake up in the morning. That's enough for a man or woman to gain that inner strength, what it takes to carry on, because it's never going to be an easy road. It's always going to be hard.
He says everyone deserves a second chance.
They're out there. They get out every day, and you got to give them a chance, because some people need that chance. Some people need that chance in life, because if not, then they'll turn around and be the same person they was before.
Fulfilling his dream of the tattoo shop and having his family is the strength Micah needed to start over. He says, whatever you do, don't give up, because there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Reporting in Bellevue, Caitlin Rivas, Fox 42 News.
We did it, Duke!
Kansas fans and Duke fans went head-to-head, and the Jayhawks came out on top. And fans young and young at heart are thrilled for their team.
KU! You're obviously a Kansas fan. Let's see this. How excited are you?
Really excited.
Rock, chalk, Jayhawk, KU. Woo! What a game! What a game. Both teams. Phenomenal game. This will be a classic. This will be talked about years down the road. The best part is that it was against Duke.
But Duke fans weren't so enthusiastic.
Duke fans, anybody want to talk to me? No? Okay.
Some just wanted a good game, and they got it.
I was going for a great game.
Great game. Did you get it?
We got it.
And this game means more than Kansas fans can even explain.
Really special. You know, we thought last year's team was going to be the team to do it. They played in Kansas City in the Elite Eight. Thought the matchup was better. And when you're playing Duke, one of the greatest teams, one of the greatest coaches, programs of all time, it's really just a break here and there, and this team just had such a big heart, and it showed out there again.
We're still fact-finding. We're still under investigation as to exactly what happened and how it happened.
But whatever did happen left 5 research monkeys dead, which got the attention of PETA.
What happened was just outrageous. This was extreme neglect.
But UNMC says there was no neglect at all, but simply an error by the manufacturer.
There was a mix-up with the drug identification. It had nothing to do with animal well-being or welfare. In fact, the mix-up didn't impact animal well-being at all.
According to both institutions, 10 monkeys were injected with a drug cocktail. That cocktail, a mix for HIV. But one of those 3 drugs was not the right one.
Then they were injected with the wrong drug, and consequently, any data that's going to come from these experiments is entirely useless.
PETA has since filed 2 complaints with the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the National Institutes of Health. UNMC says their investigation into what happened should be wrapped up soon. Then they will have a better idea of how it happened and how to prevent it in the future.
There's a final phase that we're entering into now. You never know when it's going to end because we look at every detail and we chase down the facts, and however long it takes us to do that, we'll do it.
Turn yourself around, there you go. That's what it's all about.
Born with 12 other brothers and sisters, Tom grew up just like any other child. But from the beginning, his parents knew he was extraordinary.
Kind of just did whatever we did. We played softball and baseball down at the ballpark. Tom was down there all the time. Everybody in the neighborhood knew Tom. He would ride his bike around the neighborhood.
Out of dozens of family members, Tom and a few other cousins are the only ones who have that extra special part to them.
13 kids in the family. Tom was the only one with Downs. 49 nieces and nephews. None of them with Downs. And then the 17 greats, none of them with Downs.
At 60 years old, Tom is one of the oldest people with Down syndrome in the state of Nebraska.
Happy birthday, dear.
5 years ago, Kathy took in her brother to care for him after being diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's.
You know, even though it's tough sometimes, and, and I think, oh gosh, this is a big undertaking. At the same time, every single blessing outweighs that stuff.
Hi, baby.
And Kathy has just one request from those looking in.
You need to accept everybody for who they are. We are not the judge. We were never meant to be the judge. And if people have issues or they don't understand, then they need to ask somebody who knows.
Reporting in Omaha, Caitlin Rivas, Fox 42 News.